Like, well, shit. I mean, how can?
All right, verse 12. And the Most High said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Most High.
And look, it say all that he have is of thy power. The Lord gave you, basically the Lord gave him all that he had, and he was protected. All right. So shit, let me, you feel me? Let me work, but it ain't work.
Because what? All the powers that be are ordained of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Right.
And it all boils back down to what keeping that integrity. That's why they say, hey, does Job fear for naught? Does Job fear me for nothing? Does he keep my commandments for nothing? Do he put his trust in me to let you come along and I fall? I mean, and he fall?
Yeah.
No. Job gonna stand strong. Why? Because he's one of my men.
Right.
Don't the Lord know who's gonna be for him in the end?
And that's lit. Because when you read it, the Most High basically tell he gonna hold it down.
That's right. He knows.
All right. Yeah, it don't work like that. All right, go ahead, John 15, 16.
All right, this is John chapter 15, verse 16. Ye have not chosen me,
Right.
but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain.
Kind. And it said what? You have not chosen me, but I've chosen you. And you can't just wake up and say, I'm an Israelite today. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to keep all the laws of Israelite. I'm going to follow this and do that. All right? You has to be chosen of the Most High, and for one, ordained. All right? Jeremiah 1 and 5. Ordained, you know.
I gotta preach this. This 2 Corinthians 10 and 18. For not he that commended himself is approved, but whom the Lord commended. And when you go into that word commended,
you gotta read that one again. Bro.
This is 2 Corinthians 10 and 18. For not he that commended himself is approved, but whom the Lord commended. Commended is basically into the word sent forth.
Yeah.
You know, so he that basically what sent forth himself to come and do the will. We're going to what Romans. He that you can't it's not of he that remnant already. You know what I'm saying? But of the Most High that show mercy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But of what? He ain't approved, but of whom the Most High commended. And we know that what? Going back to Job had to be approved.
He had to be.
You know what I'm saying? Likewise with us in this situation. The difference between us and those Christian pastors. We didn't commend ourselves, but hey, they commended themselves, even though when you go into one of y'all grab that real quick. It's like Romans 13 at the top. You know what I'm saying? All the powers that be of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right.
The deceived and the deceiver are here.
Right.
You know?
Which one? I wrong?
13:1.
Good. Yeah.
All right, this is Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the for there is no power but of the Most.
Like the brother just said, all right, you have to have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua on you to hurt little kids. All right, this a precept backing that up or dealing with it. This is 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Most High. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and they tear forth in 2 children. All right, so for Elisha to put a death curse on 42 children, all right, you gotta have the spirit of the Most High on you for you to do that and not have no feeling. But then again, they was talking about him, so that's righteous judgment. They deserved it.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and what's crazy about that too is most of the Bears.
That's right. Yeah.
He put the Bears.
That's right. Yeah.
He put this.
All right, just the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse. I'm gonna start at 21. Hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not.
Right there. The Most High have it to where you don't understand. All right? Have eyes and see not, and have ears that hear not. All right? That's somebody that you should fear, fam. You got these scriptures, and he only got it to where only a certain amount of men, or a certain remnant, or certain men could understand what he was saying. But you don't. And that's why the scriptures say you have people that desire to see what we see, bro. That's power, bro.
Verse 22. Fear ye not me, said the Lord. Will ye not tremble at my presence?
Will ye not tremble at my presence? When you feel me? Fear ye not me when he come? When he here and he is face to face in this crunch time, will you not be scared? Will you not tremble?
That goes to show you, that's the Most High right there saying like, hey, look, you have no power. So who are you not to fear me when I shall meet you? You know, not as a man. You have no power.
And power that you should fear. He say, will you not tremble? If you trembling, I know, I get to shaking. I'm scared.
Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by perpetual decree,
Right there.
that it cannot pass?
Bro, man.
Perpetual decree.
Man.
The Lord said he hate Esau with a perpetual hate.
Mm-hmm.
And the sand a perpetual decree.
That is heavy. Well, you could tell, just like when he was on the boat, and they woke him up. Man, the sea, storm, and all this.
Yeah.
He like, oh, ye little faith. You know what I'm saying?
Love that
And
scripture,
he just told the water, peace be still. Like, bro, do you know that? Hey, bro, that's something that our mind can't even fathom, bro.
6 and 6.
You can't fathom that, bro. Like, you looking like, bro, you'll look, if you ever been on a boat, you know what I'm saying, out in the middle of the water, and it get rocky, and you be like, oh, man. And the Most High could just step, and it just watching movies. Look at the motherfucking tsunami.
Titanic,
The Most
bro.
High could stand in the midst of a tsunami and back up. And the tsunami just back up. Like, bro, your mind just, you can't wrap your mind around that, bro.
Bro, that's-
to see that is like miraculous, you know?
Bro, and that's power, bro. Like
That's fate.
what happened with the brother. When the dog was running up to you,
Yeah.
you feel me? And the brother just turned around and looked at, hey, bro, we protected, bro. And that's power, bro. For the dog to be about to bite the brother and just turn around. Like me and my other brother, Shakab, riding in the car, not paying, like we wasn't even paying attention. We didn't see. We riding. The people ran a stop sign. We coming down the street, they ran a stop sign and almost hit us. And it wasn't nothing but the power for the brother. I look up and scream, the brother look up and he hit the brakes. We still sliding and they car coming and just didn't hit us.
Like this shit like grafted over.
It's like the car just moved over from us, from the contact. And we was moving fast and they was moving fast.
Right.
And we didn't even, bro, that's power, bro.
And all that is doing is basically instilling more and more faith and belief in y'all by shooting outside.
Right.
Because as we get on the walk, it's gonna be more and more diverse and heavy temptations that's gonna come our way.
Yeah, it's actually gonna get turned up to where it's gonna be evident who we are. It's gonna be evident who Esau is, and it's gonna be evident who got that spirit of Satan on them when they start coming down real hard on us, bro.
Right.
When they start coming down real hard on us, bro, the men gonna be separated from the boys. Anybody can talk a good game. Anybody can talk a good game, bro. You got these other Israelites groups. We the men of the Lord. We the prophets. Okay. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. That shit will be put to the test. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be put to the test, bro. I bet you any amount of money, if you're not a man of the Lord, it's gonna be revealed if your ass get thrown in one of them fucking guillotines. Or if somebody got your family lined up on the floor with an AK to their head and saying, take the chip or denounce Yahweh Shem Yahshua, this bullet going through everybody's head. You know what I'm saying? You see then who's who.
God. And that's why you look at all the prophets of old. You know what I'm saying? You look at the prophets of old. That's why you had many different people saying, like, I don't want to take on the lot of a prophet. Jonah. I don't want to take on that lot because what? Man, the prophets was getting beheaded, thrown in jail. You know what I'm saying? Going through all kinds of shit. You're like, nah, I don't want that. But what? The power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua ordained it to guess what? Hey, this your lot. I'm giving you this. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you in this lot. You can't do nothing about it.
And you know what's crazy too? People in the world say they are ordained of the Most High.
Yeah.
They go willingly. Are they suffering, or do these niggas have Bentleys and $5,000 belts,
Nah,
$15,000 suits?
ain't suffering.
You know what I'm saying? How is that suffering, bro? How the hell is that suffering? Now, if the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, when they came back, again, wouldn't they be getting scrutinized and ridiculed for standing up for what's righteous?
Right.
So, if you have, I watched T.D. Jakes' fat fuck ass nigga, watch this nigga get on TV and talk about homosexuality and it's okay and this and that. But I thought you were standing up for what's righteous. And you reading out the same Bible we reading out of. You know what I'm saying? There's penalties for that shit, bro. But you're going to just say, we're going to ride with it, this is what it is. And the whole world look at you like you something righteous.
Just to fill your belly, you know. And like going back to what the brother was saying about when you get put under that guillotine and see what you made of, just roughly paraphrasing the scripture, to see what you made of is you made of hay or stubble or whatever your foundation might be. All right, what you hold to, like what are you made of? All right, you got that.
Yeah, this Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. I'm starting 4. Then the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Behold, I formed thee in the belly. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Alright, I'm gonna just reread it. This is Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4. Then the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Alright, and this Jeremiah, alright, shit. The Most High told him that what he ordained him a prophet before he was even formed in the belly. And this is the point that I want to get at right here, verse 6. Then said I, Lord power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. So shit, he was basically telling the Most High, shit, he can't do this. Shit, he was just a child. And look what the Most High told him. Verse 7. But the Most High said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. So shit, what? The Most High basically put everything that he was gonna have to say and do. The Most High instilled that in him, no matter what. He was a child, and it's the same thing with Daniel, Moses, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, shit, what they didn't
Maccabees.
Yeah, the Maccabees, but they didn't with Daniel and them. They didn't do those things that Nebuchadnezzar wanted them to do with the meat and the drink of the wine. All right, they didn't do none of those philosophies, but what?
Right.
But shit, what? The Spirit came unto them, and the Most High put all of that to where they would know everything into them, and what? Shit, they knew everything.
That's why the scriptures say, just roughly paraphrasing, that the Lord will put His words on your tongue. All right, He gonna speak through you. All right. That was it. Yeah, Luke 10:16.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 16.
All right, and just going into, you feel me, how the Lord said, I'm gonna be your tongue. All right, I'm gonna speak through you. All right, go ahead.
He that heareth you, heareth me.
All right, he that heareth you, heareth me. So you out here speaking to the men that the Lord ordained. All right, it say, he that heareth you, heareth me. All right, you might feel like, are you just talking to your normal Joe Blow and look at us, oh, y'all out here, y'all got garments on, look how you look, but scoffing against us. And but the scriptures say, he that heareth you, heareth me. The Most High speaking through us. So you really speaking to Him. All right, He's speaking to you, the Lord. Go ahead.
He that despiseth you, despiseth me.
And he that, go ahead, you finish.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
All right, and it say, he that despiseth you, despiseth me. All right, so you coming up against me, you really don't know what you doing. All right, you coming up against the Heavenly Father who sent me. All right, and that's why I say, read it again, like the last part.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
Because who sent us? All right,
Who commended us?
Khan.
Who sent us
Man,
forth?
chain of command. Yahweh Shai, us, then the women.
Khan, bro. You can get
I got a pretty.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
It's Matthew 10 and 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought on what ye shall speak. Because these times gonna come. Know what I'm saying? For it shall be given you in the same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father will speak it in you.
Alright.
You know? So yeah, hey, when we get delivered up to those highest up, those higher ups, if that be the case, hey, the Lord's telling us right here, hey, don't even be worried about, don't contemplate on what you're gonna say. Know what I'm saying? I didn't put my spirit in you for this long. Know what I'm saying? To what? Wake up the elect. Know what I'm saying? Hey, don't worry about what to tell them. I'ma still have my words instilled in you at that present time.
This is Psalm 78:49. It says, He cast upon them the fierceness of His anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. This is what Yahweh Shem Yahashai does, bro. he shows his anger, his wrath, or even something on the right-hand side that's good. If you praying for something and you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, your faith is being tested, and you're going through things, and you stand righteously for what's right through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, guess what? When you pray for something, the Most High is going to be like, the angel, hey man, this your servant right here. He been praying for this. This is what he's saying he needs. And it showed like the rap sheet. Hey, he been holding firm.
The report.
Through you, he been holding firm. So guess what? The Most High can say, you know what? Go on, make that happen. That's power, bruh.
That's power, bro.
That's power. And that's being in control of everything.
Get, Isaiah 45:7.
Somebody that knows the number of hairs on your head.
Yeah.
You know, my shit less than everybody's. You know? But he knows the number of hairs on your head, bro. Like, I mean, you just look at something simple. Everybody has 10 fingers. Every design on everybody's fingers are different amongst 7.7 billion people. Now, just to think about that, you think somewhere inside of one of these fingers got to be the same pattern as everybody else. Everybody's different. Bro, that's unique, bro. That's unique. I got another precept then. 1 Samuel 18:10. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from the Most High came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played with his hands as at other times, and there was a javelin in Saul's hand. Okay? But the key was that evil spirit that the Most High sent forth. God is all love, right?
Isaiah 45:7. Hold on, brother.
It's 1 Kings 22:20. And the Most High Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab, that he may go up and fall to Ramoth Gilead, and one on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit, and stood up before Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and said, I will persuade him. And the Most High said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, the Most High had put, now let me read this one more time. Now therefore, behold, the Most High had put a lying spirit in the mouth of all thy prophets, and the Most High has spoke evil things concerning thee. So the Lord don't control no evil. The Lord don't do no harm. The Lord put a lying spirit amongst his prophets, and it prevailed. It worked. Bro, it worked, bro.
He ordained it to work.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
And that's a cut right there. What he said, I create light, all right? And I create darkness. I do the good and I do the evil, all right? So if something bad happens, the Lord ordained that to happen. The Lord said, let this, if something may be, it's the Lord that controls it, all right? If a newborn baby is born and it dies, you get people, the devil did that. No. All right? Well, on the left-hand side, yeah, he's done that, but who gave him the power to do it? Who gave him the go?
Mission.
You know? Like in the account with Job.
Because it's judgment. Right.
He gave him the go. He gave him the green card. Shit, go ahead and do that. All right? So the Lord creates the good, the evil. He creates the light and he creates the darkness. All right? You can get Ecclesiastes.
You got some on it?
That was it.
I got something.
Says, I the Most High do all these things.
I the Most High do all these things. Yes,
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 11. A just weight and balance are the Most High. All the weights of the bag are his work. So shit, hey, the good and the bad. You know, the pretty and the ugly. Hey, all that is of the Most High, man.
Right.
It says that all the weights of the bag are his work. And he controlling all it, man.
It said all in his hand.
Come on.
So he got a bag, I got some bag. This gonna happen to this person. This the good for my prophets, And shit, hey, what
shouldn't
the
have
scripture say? It rain on the just and the unjust.
Con.
So all the ways are according to Yahweh Shem Shai what he want.
Hey,
Say it again, all right?
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 11. A just weight and balance.
Just weight and balance. Now, if you ever had a balanced beam, bam, the bags he put on it, one of them's not gonna outweigh the other. Okay? When he put them on there at the end of the day, they're gonna be flush. Gotta give you some good, gotta give you some bad. That's just what it is.
and that's why Proverbs 11 and 1.
It's Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Most High.
A false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. He wouldn't just create good.
Right.
That would be a false balance. All right?
And, if I can add, how would you know what good is if you never experienced bad?
Right.
Right, that's why when the brother Loya, he was like, he does all these things to the just and the unjust. Shit, when he has to water your house,
Oh yeah, shit. Look at Job. He had everything, and what the Most High he basically tested him. All right, and what he lost everything, but what he got it all back is what he kept faith, and that just goes to show you that what the Most High go test you, and even if you asking for faith, the Most High go put you through something.
He's gonna allow you to be tested. Yeah, he's gonna allow you to be tested.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 1.
3 and 1.
Yeah, 3 1, like Thomas said.
Well, y'all holding it. I got a precept. Proverbs 20, 24. Man's going. You ready already? Man's goings are of the Lord. All caps. How can a man then understand his own way? So, by you doing what you thought you was gonna do, it was already been set up that you was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you think in your little pea-headed brain that you're going to overthink the creator, bro, this is a movie and a script that's already been written. Script been written already, bro. All we're doing is acting out those roles that we were set up to play. I mean, it's just that simple. The story already been wrote, bro. You just acting. You basically a puppet playing out what the Most High has you to play out. So if he have you going in this line of work and doing this in your lifetime, that's exactly what he had set up from the beginning, bro. He knows the beginning, the middle, and the end of this story. You know what I'm saying?
Hold that out. Proverbs 16 and 9.
This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse. Hold up, what you just read?
You read Proverbs 2.
Oh yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 23. Oh Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So hey, shit, the Most High, he ordained your path.
Right.
You know, in few words, you know, you don't control this. You feel me? Like there's no free will. You know.
That's the illusion.
16 and 9.
That's the illusion.
I'll write it to you.
16.
Proverbs 16.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9.
Right.
A man's heart devises his way, but the Most High directed his steps.
All right. So a man's heart, and that lines up with what you had. All right. A man's heart, and what's your heart? Your mind. You want to go this way, but the Lord got something else in store. Now you gonna come this way. You gonna go this way. How can a man, if a man's goings are of the Lord, how can a man then understand his own way?
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
I got a 3. Go ahead.
this is Job chapter 33 and 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night,
Right.
when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberings upon the bed,
Right.
then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So if you got plans on what you're doing tomorrow, all right, if it's not set up by the Most High for you to do that, you're not gonna do it.
Or say, Lord's will.
I got Jeremiah 1, 4, and 5. It says, Then the word of the Lord, all caps, Yahweh, came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. How much simpler can it get? Like, before anything took place, bro, I knew I was going to be dealing with you. Well, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, bro. To not have understanding, to just, bro, to have his judgment come down on you, bro, because he knows your fears, fam. He knows, like, he can bug you out. Let's say you got a fear of, you're claustrophobic, or you have a fear of arachnids. You can have motherfuckers walking around looking bugged out. Let's say you got arachnophobia, fear of spiders. You walking down the street, and the Most High had you bugged out, and you see a spider fucking 10 feet long come running at you. Motherfuckers just turn around, take off running. You see motherfuckers running around just like, man, these niggas be talking to themselves. Bro, what you think that is?
Spirit.
That's a spirit put on them, bro. Niggas just bugged the fuck out.
I got something back here, bro.
Oh, this was back in the Jeremiah 1:5.
You can read that, bro?
Oh, Jeremiah 1:5?
Yeah.
It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
All right, come. All right, just to back that up, this is Romans chapter 8, verse 29. From whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. And I went into that word predestinate. It means to predetermine, to foreordain, to appoint beforehand. So, hey, it was already set up, man, that you was going to be conformed or changed into the image of his son. You know that you was going to come into this walk.
And the spirit
read it
of
one more time.
Yahushua will come upon you.
Right.
Read the beginning.
For whom he did foreknow.
For whom he did foreknow. What does foreknow mean? That means I knew you before. You know?
Right. Beforehand.
This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 23:20. He knew all things ere ever they were created. So also they were perfected and looked upon them all. You know, so he knew everything before it was even created. Why? Because these was things that was brought forth or sent forth of him.
Right.
You know, these things will be controlled of him. He know your thoughts. What you gonna do? Why? He imparted everything into you.
Second pictures.
This Matthew chapter 10, verse 30. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. But it's saying, shit, the Most High, he know everything about you. But shit, what? You can't get nothing by him, and everything that happens to you, the Most High set it up.
Right.
And you had wanted me to get James?
That's scary, bro.
Yeah, that shit is scary.
That's scary. You know, when you think about it, bro, it's like you pray that you Most High have like mercy on you and stuff, bro, because you know a lot of people get judgment for their past lives, and it's no form of remembrance of anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? You pray that the Most High don't have you walking on the road, and you know what I'm saying, because the deceive and the deceiver are his.
That's
You know what I'm saying? You fall into some. You could be in the truth, and then you just fall into, man, we Pan-African. You know what I'm saying? The Apocrypha not real. You know what I'm saying? You start falling into those kind of things, and it's like you really believe that that's real, bro.
Second picture.
Trash. I had another free.
It's crazy, bro.
Put the shit on this or something. But nah, this is Job chapter 21, verse 27. Behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which he wrong.
All right, go ahead.
It says, and he put his heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath, life, and understanding.
Right.
He gave him breath, life, and understanding. All right, so he created you. All right, he's the author of this. Go ahead.
Okay, but right
him
there,
truth.
that's the spirit.
Yeah.
And he gave him life, like Adam. You
Huh.
know what I'm saying? He gave him that spirit to where that spirit of understanding, because you remember Adam was in the garden, he wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he gave him understanding, and he like, okay, you know these laws, statutes, and commandments. You ain't supposed to go following after them other trees, which are people and their philosophies.
And
Like,
what made that, like, going just to back you up, what made it like, you know, lit? Because the Lord, he basically said, when you read it, say, then let us make man in our image, all right, and it was basically he was making Adam, and it say and gave unto him the breath of life.
Right.
All right, so when you read up above, when he made people, all right, when he said let's create man of the